Hell, that worked.
How's it going?
Go on. What's up, Mike? A little
much.
different. Play the intro right from the beginning. Mike is here from where it's IRC Media. It's To the Point podcast. It's
the board report, Indian
report.
River Connections, the Conspiracy Club, you name it.
Mike is the hardest working man in the podcast industry right at the moment.
I don't know about that.
I'd say. I don't know when you have time to do anything else.
No,
you have a family. Like you have a wife and family, don't they?
You're starting to sound like my wife. But yeah, that's the story.
Well, thank you for jumping in and filling in kind of last minute. And generally you can't because of your work schedule and stuff like that. So you had some time you offered, and it is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much, my friend. I do appreciate that. So
thanks for having me. It's always fun to jump on your show.
Oh, and boy, do we got some shit to talk about today, don't we?
Yes.
Well, let's start off with Lindsey Graham. Might as well right off the bat. Then we'll get to Mitch McConnell. Then we'll get to the DSA. Then we'll get to Charlie Kirk trial. Everything else that's going on in the world. And just this morning, somebody tried to run over an officer, an ICE officer in Maine, and was shot dead. That just happened an hour ago, maybe.
Oh,
so,
really?
yeah. So, I don't know. Maybe just don't try to run them over. It seems like pretty simple to me. Maybe get out of their way.
Yeah,
don't interfere.
I saw some politicians saying that a car is not going to hurt anybody. They should shoot the tire, not the person driving.
The car's not going to hurt anybody. It's always the gun's fault, though, isn't it? But never the car's fault, you know?
Right.
So, I mean, what, ban cars? What a stupid thing. The cars never just shoot the tires. Because when a car's coming at you, you have absolutely all the time in the world to point, aim, where you want. Like, shoot that son of a bitch dead. If a car's coming at you, what are you going to do?
I'm just glancing over our comments. I want to shout out some of the people who followed me over.
You can put them up on screen, maybe.
I don't think I can. You? No, I can't. We got DT, the bad influence. He's an awesome.
The bad influence.
Yeah, he's.
Yeah.
He's one of our YouTube guys, and
I did too. I talked to Mitch too.
Yeah, you know what? I just got off the phone with Lindsey, and he's doing great. I mean, he's a little hot where he's at, but
he's a little hot where he's at. I know. Who else on here? Well,
mashing his teeth.
That, and then I don't know who this is, but
that's John Crappie. That's one of our partners at IRC Media, John Crappie. He's the host of TGI Now podcast, and he's the guy behind the Conspiracy Club.
If I was any friend whatsoever to you, I would know all this shit. But because I have zero other time in my life,
that's how it works.
That's how it works. Anyways, Lindsey was a traitor to this country, helped McCain fund Ukraine and all the bailout. You're not going to get an argument from me on this. Go on.
Lindsey is a funny situation because he was anti-Trump. He was on the road. He was on tour with John McCain and Joe Lieberman. They were the three amigos, according to Graham. And
Jim looks better, actually, by the way. Sorry, Aria. Jim looks different. Go on.
About that. But, and then McCain died. And then, Lieberman died. And things changed with Lindsey Graham. It's like he definitely had to shift gears. Yeah. Yeah, he had to shift gears and become friends with Trump if he wanted to survive.
He was the flippiest, floppiest son of a bitch. I mean, he would just whichever way the wind was blowing and what could benefit him. And again, as always, I don't like speaking ill of the dead. I really don't. I mean, it's not. This isn't shit we haven't said before he died. I was just, and he was gay. Let's be honest.
Yeah, I didn't even hear about that until I heard he went to Disneyland by himself or something like that. Like,
anything gayer?
Right, like
predatory or gay. It's one of the two.
Yeah, my favorite pastor, actually, Josh Howerton, he did a sermon a couple months ago, and it was like there's two kinds of people who go to Disneyland alone, and he's like they're both weirdos. It's like so there's something definitely going on there.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Let's see. This was you're right, Turner. He had a spine like a blade of grass on a windy day. There's no doubt about that. Well, let's just go into this then. Here's the report when it first came out from Fox News about Lindsey's death, and then we'll get into some of the I think is weird situation around it all. But I'm going to switch this. I might have to bring you on stage here. Hold on real quick. Yep, hold on. This is how this works. Add to stage. There's Mike. You always got to do that the first time on StreamYard. If somebody new comes on, they disappear when I go to play. But here, let's listen to this. We'll talk about it.
Rafferty, we're following breaking news out of Washington right now. Prominent Republican South Carolina Senator Lindsey Graham has died. His office saying on social media that he died from a brief and sudden illness. But right now,
so that brief and sudden illness, we now know.
What was a sudden heart
we've told, huh?
Was a sudden heart attack, wasn't it?
Was a sudden heart attack. A specific name they gave it. It's like I have it here because that's what I do. Is I look up this stupid shit. Aortic dissection. So it sounds just like what it is. Your aortic valve, the aorta itself dissects, comes apart, which can happen to people with high blood pressure. It can happen to people with known heart disease. A lot of smokers. Pretty soon it's going to happen to me, is what my guess is. So this is what probably I will die of eventually. Well, is an aortic dissection. It's a sudden severe chest pain, severe upper back pain, fainting, new neurological symptoms, shortness of breath. So just like a heart attack. Sounds like everything you would have in a heart attack. Pretty quick to come out with the fact that that's what it was, which is weird to me.
Yeah, I
was
think
quick.
The message coming right out of the gate was a little confusing, like a brief illness. A heart attack is very brief.
Very brief and super sudden in most cases. So yes.
Right. Like it's like it's not an illness, it's an event. So I mean,
the illness sounded like he had sudden cancer or something.
Yeah, I question everything. This guy is publicly called for the death of Putin. Russian or Iranian agencies have put a hit out on this guy. He was just over in Ukraine, who I don't trust anybody in Ukraine.
I don't either.
Literally he's back 1 day or 2 days after
talks to Trump, says we're going to pass the SAVE Act, which is a bunch of bullshit. And I like, it's nice of you to talk about it, but it does beg the question now though, Mike, like, we're down Graham, we're down McConnell, right? So you're down 2 senators. Well, boy, that's sure is a weird number since, they had 50 votes to at least advance that. And, they won't knock the filibuster. None of that's going to happen. But, and then Vance being the tie, you're no longer in that case. You're down to 48 now.
They're dropping like flies on the wrong side.
On the wrong side of the aisle, even though.
Not that we want any of them to die,
No, I mean,
easy.
I'm just saying, I'm sure a lot of Jews would have rather Hitler passed away early instead of, so there are times and places and cases where that probably does benefit people. But anyways, I guess I'm just going to finish playing this and then we'll
no additional details have been released. Graham has held his Senate seat since 2003, and he's also chaired the Senate Budget Committee and was seeking a 5th 6-year term in November. He was one of the most well-known members of the chamber and also a key voice within the Party of Defense and International Affairs. Graham was fresh off a trip to Ukraine, Kyiv, Ukraine, where he had met with Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelenskyy on Friday. Graham has been a close ally of President Trump. He's also been considered a war hawk. He was known to be a strong advocate for an interventionist foreign policy, including military action against Iran. Graham also served in the South Carolina House of Representatives from 1993 to 95, and he then served in the U.S. House of Representatives.
All right, we know his history. That's not my point. My point is that, and it also stated that his net worth was $2 million, right? There's no way. Not in that report. That's what I saw. 2 million.
Yeah, that's only 2 million.
Did he learn nothing from Nancy Pelosi? Like, how do you?
Or Marjorie Taylor Greene? Didn't she
Marjorie Taylor
Greene, $30 million richer or something?
That goes out to Costa Rica or the Dominican or wherever she goes for months. Yeah. Did they learn nothing from it? I think that's wrong.
First of all, he had no family. He had no.
He was never married.
Right.
So had no family, no kids.
He probably
now,
had.
If you had no family, no kids, you'd be worth $5 million right now.
Yeah. So they probably had it all in trusts. It was already probably divided out to who was ever going to inherit it.
Yeah, you're right.
If they were smart about it, but at the same time, or sneaky about it.
Did you know this as well about Lindsey Graham, that he at one point dated Laura Ingraham?
No.
Did you? This is all true. This is true from a very reliable source. So Maureen Enner, who hosts the Tuesday show now with me on America, she was a reporter back in the day in California and all that, and interviewed all these people and all that. And she said, yeah, they briefly dated. And Laura Ingraham, I don't know, allegedly is a big lesbian in the circles up there. Did you know that?
So was this like a real relationship, or was this just a social relationship?
I don't want to spread rumors or lies. These are all alleged things that I'm hearing. I never saw Laura Ingraham in a lesbian relationship. Yeah. I mean, these are just weird things that I don't know. I mean, they're just
I don't know much about Laura.
Me neither.
Yeah. So that's interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, the whole Southern Belle kind of personality Lindsey put on, never married, no kids. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Not that, if he's gay, whatever, or was
gay. That's what I'm saying. You're right. I mean, whatever. But it is weird. Do you want to hear the call, the 911 call about the cardiac arrest? Did you hear that? Let's see about that.
There's no need for attack channel.
What? Oh, I guess I got to start that over. Hold on. Here we go. It's my first day.
In response, 7 response, chest pains, South Capitol Street, Southeast. In response, 7 response, chest pains.
Why does every 911 call sound like this, where you can't understand a damn word? Like, who lives through these 911 calls?
Yeah, right.
What language are they speaking?
Southeast. And response, medical 7 respond for chest pains, South Capitol Street, Southeast. Check down 37-2027.
Agent 7 communications for a call back. You have open the front door.
Hi, copy. Same. I have a call back 2032.
Agent 7, bye.
Agent 7, the caller says she's not in the home. She says the door is unlocked. Could you guys let me know?
Deadbolt is secured.
I copy. Stand by.
So it was unlocked.
Agent 7, the caller says, have you tried knocking at the door to see if the patient will answer?
Yes, repeatedly.
Communications to Engine 7. The caller states that she's coming from Baltimore to get to your location. Would you like a truck to force entry MPD?
We'll need MPD. We'll force entry.
Copy. Requested MPD 2035. Come in, Engine 7.
Go ahead and start me the CPR supervisor. CPR in progress now.
I copy. CPR in progress 2033.
So they had to bust the door down.
Huh?
It sounds like they had to bust the door down.
It does sound like they had to bust the door down. It was locked. Who was there? Who discovered him? Do you know? Was it a staffer? Who was there?
I might have missed it. It must have been a staffer.
Must have been. There's not much that happens else with that one, but yeah, that must have been a staffer or something like that. So the door was locked, wasn't unlocked. They couldn't reach anybody in the house, I guess, or the patient, of course, because he's dying. Again,
obviously alone.
Do you think, I mean, honestly, Tarna, I don't know. Didn't she also date Dinesh D'Souza? I don't know. These are weird
circles.
They're weird choices.
They're weird circles. I mean, look at the one who dated Gavin Newsom and then was dating the Trump.
Kimberly Guilfoyle.
Yeah, and now they gave her an ambassadorship somewhere
else, and she's like, and nobody knows where she's at. Yeah, I mean, that's just weird. They're all interconnected. If you ask me, that's why, because they're all interconnected. Yeah. So I don't know. Do you think it was true what happened? Do you think he just literally had this event and nothing nefarious happened at all?
No, I
mean, you have a conspiracy show.
Happened. Yeah, I know the event.
An event happened.
An event happened. I wouldn't. I'm 100% suspicious about it.
Mm-hmm.
Just a natural event? I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think
What's
so.
What's the odds that he's a war hawk?
Mm-hmm.
And he's super pro Ukraine. He just come back from Ukraine. He's called for the execution of Vladimir Putin.
Correct.
Like, he's played in the worst type of messaging when it comes to global politics that anybody could. He's definitely a target.
Oh, absolutely.
I would assume, especially when, like you pointed out, how close it is
Mhm.
in the Senate right now,
Mhm. Yep.
and how to get things done.
Yeah.
Which we'll know going forward where some of these people really lie. Like I believe I saw Ted Cruz will be sitting in, is like
Yes.
ranking member in some of these
Member or
committees,
something sitting
and
for Lindsey's seats, right?
and
Yeah.
he can actually force the SAVE Act out, so onto the
Ooh.
floor. So
Yes.
or in the committee, whatever, however it goes. I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
I think it goes into committee, a 13-person committee or something like that. Yeah.
So now that these guys that they've all been blaming of holding things up, besides Thune,
Yeah.
are getting picked off, we'll see who the runners up are actually
If I
fighting.
was Thune, I'd be like, I'm not drinking anything. I'm not eating
I'd
anything.
be doing
I'm
the
not
Mitch
taking-
McConnell. I'd be hiding.
Yeah. I'd be hiding like that.
For get me on life support now.
Mitch isn't hiding. Hold on. I got a video of Mitch. He's not hiding at all. He's perfectly fine.
Honey, show them you're okay.
Look at him. He's break dancing, Mitch. He's all He's all good, dude. Mitch is fine.
Yeah, it's funny how they released that picture, right? Because it was just a picture,
Yes.
but there was reports of her being in China,
She was in China. No,
Right.
It happened. She was in China.
and
Um,
she must look like shit for all that jet lag back and forth to China so quick.
I would think so. Isn't it weird, the picture? So here, yeah.
Did
What
I
do
do
you
that?
call them? Bad influence DT. What are the odds of Mitch living and Lindsey dying? My death money would have been on Mitch all day long. And it says the pic was fake. I have put that now. I myself, I didn't do Grok. I'm just not a big Grok fan, but I just do ChatGPT. That's all I do. One, because I pay for it, so I feel I should use it. And two, I wanted to see what did ChatGPT say about this picture, and it was conflicting on both ends. Real, could be real, maybe not real, could be AI. I mean, like even AI's doesn't know what if it's AI or I really don't know.
Probably because they both have had so much plastic surgery. It can't even
tell who
figure
they
it out.
are.
Right. Because I mean, you look at them both. The only thing left of them is what was added to them, or
I know. Well, then you look at that picture and you're thinking, I don't know how many times you've been in the hospital, but I've never. I was in, I think when I was 5 years old to get my tonsils out. Since then, I've never had an overnight in a hospital stay ever anywhere. Knock on wood. I hope that remains the case. But I've been and visited lots of people in hospitals, and especially people that are in that age and with those many health issues. And they seem to be having machines around them, EKGs, blood pressure cups, at the minimum, maybe some IV drip, an oxygen thing. What? He's just sitting there in a shirt and jeans in a hospital? Is that? Come
almost
on.
looks like a end of life facility,
A hospice,
like a hospice, long-term hospice, maybe.
So I don't even then. I mean, I was with my father-in-law at the end during hospice, and he still had like a blood pressure cup on him, or he still had, you know what I mean? They made him comfortable. There was no more IVs in him or anything like that. But this guy looks like he's just sitting there at a picnic.
Yeah, like he
Something's
just came
wrong
back
here,
from
too.
Dairy Queen
Something is wrong.
in his blue jeans. Yeah,
Because you all are missing one glaring oversight. He was wearing his blue jeans. I just said that, bro. Yes, like jeans, and like no, you're not wearing jeans in a hospital. I don't think, unless it's a rehab site. Honestly, somebody would film it. Everybody in the world out there is saying we had 20-minute conversations with Mitch McConnell. I don't believe it for 1 minute, not 1 minute at all. So, anyways, back to Lindsey.
If it's too bad there isn't some kind of federal sunshine law like we enjoy here in Florida, where all communications between politicians is public record.
Yep.
Because you can do a public records request and get that kind of stuff in most cases. Obviously, at the federal level,
it is.
I wouldn't expect it, but right, like you said, nobody, not even a staffer in the background, was like, "I got to get this." Nothing.
Nothing. A picture, a like live video, like I'm going, I'm Facebook Live in this, something. I don't know. It just seems nothing's right about this. But anyway, so now they're down 2. Because he's not going to vote. He's not able to. He's not able to go on with proceedings in the Senate at this point. So you're down 2. I know that South Carolina will put somebody in. I don't know when that happens. who do you think is going to be the choice? And it may be the choice temporarily because you can temporarily do that, or you can have this person who's going to run. They're going to do like some speedy primary to see who's going to actually run in November. Now they have to do, and they can do that. Who do you think it's going to be? You think it's a Nikki Haley? Do you none of this makes it better for me. No, Nikki Haley does not make it better for me.
First name that comes to mind. And I mean, in Nancy this kind of situation, I think before Mace, the governor would appoint himself.
You think so?
Is that what you're talking about? Who the governor might appoint?
Yeah, can he appoint himself to a Senate?
I think so.
See,
I think he can, and then
okay.
Well, it depends maybe on his term, and it might depend on the state.
True.
The first name. Sorry, kids are slamming doors.
That's all right. Everybody slams doors.
The first name that comes to mind is Nikki Haley. It is, and this could be her comeback.
It could be her.
Maybe
comeback.
She could come back full force for SAVE Act. You know,
maybe.
Look at what Graham did with his flip flop with Trump.
I know.
I mean, I don't think it would get Haley in good graces with Trump again, but you never know.
I don't think so either. But I don't know. I mean, I guess if Lindsey Graham can, I guess, if you're with Trump, it's always this. If you're an ally, if you're, yes, I agree, I like it. Okay, you're good. And then tomorrow you're going to be dog shit because you disagree with something he does. So Trump is just always, I like you one day or I'm not going to like you. But either way, I'm going to tell you how I feel, which I appreciate. So, but it does go back and forth, It's just weird to me. Do you want to see the Iran Lego movie? Did you see that?
No.
Okay, so Iran came out with this like little Lego clip, and it's supposedly of Lindsey Graham dying. Like, I kid you not. I'm not saying it's weird. If you didn't see it, here it is. And if you're not watching out there and you're just listening, what the hell's wrong with you people? Get on, put us on screen. You get to see good looking Mike, better looking Jim is what I call him. So hold on. Here.
Sorry,
see.
Jim.
Listen to this shit. What? What? What?
What is KT?
I don't know what KT is. It's weird though that the Laura thing was on there. So,
right. I'll have to do some research on that video. Where'd you find that, on X?
Yeah, I found that on X.
Yeah, I'll have to go.
And supposedly, I also saw it on our old friend Eddie Smith's Facebook page.
Oh yeah,
and he posted it, and he said, "I'm not saying one way or the other, but
how
it
do
is
we
weird."
know that's Iran?
It's supposed to be somebody from the IRGC.
That's what intrigues me, that we can even know that, or
yes.
No, I'm not saying I want to doubt it. I'm just saying it's.
I'm not saying I can't either. I don't know that we can confirm it, but supposedly it is, and I'm not saying it is or isn't, but that sure is odd, right? I mean, like,
could be.
I don't know.
For all I know.
Yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was weird, super, super weird.
Yeah, with Laura's name on there too.
With Laura's name on there.
Tarna said projection with the kid. Yeah, that's with a little doll. Maybe it was a doll.
Oh yeah. What does that? Yeah. What does that mean?
I don't know. Yeah, that's there's more to this story. I think
there's more to this story.
There's got to be. I mean, I want there to be, because like you
I
said,
do too.
Like, who said it earlier in the comments? What's the chances of him outliving McConnell?
Yep, exactly. Exactly.
I mean,
what are the odds?
71, right? 71.
Yeah. 71. And this sudden just back from Ukraine calls Trump the night before, we're going to pass the SAVE Act, whether that's true, whether they've been saying this forever, so I don't care who says it until it happens. I don't believe it's ever going to happen. But anyway, says it. And then, I mean, Trump was very instrumental in getting him, the nominee again, Lindsey Graham, by backing him. I mean, he endorsed him.
Yeah.
It's just weird stuff. And then the whole, now, which I don't even have on here, the whole Air Force One switch up in Turkey there. That's another, what's going on there?
Yes. I saw online, of course, that somebody was trying to say the deep state was the one who was trying to take down the new Air Force One. And that's why Trump's inner circle said, no, you got to get on the vintage model.
You got to get on the OG.
And I thought it was kind of, I mean, I don't know where I'm at on this. I think the president should be flying in the best of the best.
I do too.
But I don't know how on board I am with him flying something that was given to the country from the Middle East. Our friends are not.
Yeah. Friends. Oh, I agree. At this point, I don't put it past. Can we at this point at least think that, I think everything's a conspiracy at this point. I do, in my mind, at least. I wouldn't even know that I would trust Boeing building it right here in North Carolina and it being inspected and shipped to him. To me, somebody would get to some employee who put something in it. And next thing you know, that employee's $1 billionaire, who knows what it is. And the plane blows up in midair. I don't know that I trust anything if I was Trump at this point, or any person or anywhere I go. And yet the guy never stops. Like he literally doesn't stop.
I think that's the benefit we can appreciate right now with his age.
Yes.
Because he's at that point in his life where it's do or die at this point. I'm surprised he switched planes.
I am too.
I mean, at this age, reaching these accomplishments, doing what you have to do to get the country back in that direction. We got to make up lost ground from what Obama did and Biden did. We got to make up lost ground, even Bush. So I feel like it's got to be full throttle for him, double barrels. And he's probably thinking, if they take me out, they take me out. I'm
sure that's his thought too. I'm this age. I'm super accomplished. I'm not going to be afraid of anything. Who's Mike? Hiya.
Hi, Mini Ball. I'm Mike. If you didn't meet me before, I'm from To The Point podcast. Media.
Yeah.
You know me from the comment section.
You know him from the comment section, but maybe not the face on the screen. And he does even more behind the scenes stuff for other people that you don't even know. When I say he's the hardest working man in the podcast world, I truly believe that. He is, he doesn't take care of his kids well. He doesn't have time for that. He treats his wife poorly. I don't know.
Running around, slamming doors and swinging from trees.
Kicks the dogs. He does all this stuff, but he doesn't have time for it. That's why. And they're interfering with it. Anyway, he's in they're tired to put it. He's in our chat all the time, Minnie. So no, she'll get it eventually. Anyway, so that's the whole Mitch McConnell still alive, maybe. I don't know. There's an independent. Oh, there it is. There's a piece of the bed too. I'm sure he does. That's the whole Mitch McConnell. There's been a very good independent reporter who's been following this Mitch McConnell stuff from the beginning. Her name's Desiree Townsend. I don't know if you follow her. She's on TikTok. She's also on X. So I don't really see her on Facebook at all if anybody's on there. But anyways, she's very good about it. And she's been daily reporting this. Pretty much, all of us thinking, well, he's already gone. Why aren't they telling us? Or give us proof of life or one of the other things. So I don't have to play this now because that picture came out and we don't believe that picture at all. But just follow her if you don't. Her name's Desiree Townsend. So find her. She's daily an independent reporter. She used to be an ex-Washington Redskins cheerleader. So, and she's been doing independent reporting for a long time. And she has been outside of the hospital. She has been daily reports constantly on this, while the media is not, basically. So the mainstream media. So again, another independent journalist doing her job. Well, I'll just play her real quick so you know who she is. And then
Desiree Townsend here again outside of George Washington University Hospital in Washington, D.C. It is day 27 of the medical miracle. That is Senator Mitch McConnell.
I love
medical
her.
Miracle.
Medical miracle. Now, this was a couple days ago.
So he, according to a source, is allegedly in rehabilitation here at the hospital right now. Again, the odds of a 30-day survival out of an out-of-hospital cardiac arrest event are less than 5% in an individual who is in their 80s. So, again, the sources that have come out and the statements that have been made about these phone conversations do not really align with the statistics of this type of cardiac arrest event. Now, this video did come out. What looks like Senator Mitch McConnell is being put into a paramedic vehicle. Now, what I...
Oh, anyways, that's her. I don't know if you saw. I'll play. There's him getting into the... Oh, why are these not starting over? There he is, supposedly him getting into this ambulance. Again, I don't know if there's proof of this either. I mean, let's be honest. We all saw Mitch McConnell freeze up on screen. We saw him fall and trip. We saw him. There's no way he survives something like this. I mean, honestly,
He's been brain dead for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't buy it.
Yeah. I don't buy it either.
So we saw the same thing with, who was it? Maxine Waters? Didn't they do that with her? She's dead now, right?
No, Maxine Waters is alive.
Who was the one out of California? No, maybe it wasn't the black lady.
Dianne Feinstein?
Dianne Feinstein.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
But she was missing for months.
Yep.
And propped up like Weekend at Bernie's, just like they did with Biden.
Yeah. What is it with these long-standing... Yeah, Feinstein. Yep, you're right.
They're staffers. The real power lies in their staffers.
In their staffers and
because
the lobbyists.
They wield the power when it comes to access or endorsements or any kind of attention like that.
You're right. Yep. It's crazy. So, this is this. What does it say? Who was the other senator? Yeah. So it was Feinstein. We already did that. Just like Biden, except Biden was actually walking around, but yeah, he was not in charge. We know that.
Which Biden? Biden 2.0, 3.0, 4.0. There was more than one Biden.
Is there a clone? You believe in the Biden clone story?
I don't know if I'm really on board with that, but at this point, why not?
Do you believe Crazy Southpaw? What's up? Good morning. Do you believe anybody's cloned at all? Or they can?
I think humans? They have body doubles.
You have a conspiracy show. Have you gone over this?
No, I don't think we've gone really deep into the clone thing, but it's not a bad idea. I don't know. I wouldn't doubt it if some mad scientist has been working on it. But the body double thing, I'm not surprised.
I'm not either. Yeah, I'm not surprised about that either. And or surgical or masks, really good, like almost like Hollywood, even better than Hollywood style. Don't they already have that stuff? Don't we know that from like spies and things like that?
So, yeah, I
think we know that, right?
Yeah. It's real
scary. You could be wearing a Mike Bullock mask right now, and I don't know that.
One of those digital things, and I'm Jim, actually. Oh, it's not working.
It's not working.
Yeah, you're going to plug it back in.
Well, then you're Jim then, because there's no technology that works around Jim, so perfectly fits. So. Yeah. Anyways, real quick here, guys, we got a new sponsor, and it's my Patriot Travel. I don't know if you've had the opportunity to use them. I did. And so I'll tell you this. It costs $30 a month. I get that. So that's right off the bat, where people are like, I don't want to pay $30 a month. I get that. I used it and I saved $74 on one night stay, just a one night stay. So I'm 2.5 months of memberships into this thing, and I just did it for a one night stay. So I was pretty impressed with it. Same hotel, same, it was a Marriott. It was a Courtyard by Marriott. So I happened to be going somewhere, and I'm like, okay, that's the Marriott I'm going to stay at in that location. Let me try it, save $74, not from the Marriott site. And I'm a member, like a Marriott Bonvoy member and all that. And so I accumulate points and all this other crap with them, but through like Expedia and Booking and all that. And it was $74 cheaper than them. And so I'm like, shit, dude. Checked in. I thought I was going to get scammed. Really, when I got there, I'm like, no, we don't have a room for you. You got to go sleep at the, Red Roof Inn or something, a Motel 6. And no, it worked. So listen to this, My Patriot Travel. We will be right back.
Most people think they have options when searching for the best deals when they travel. But here's the shocking truth. 100% of the major travel agencies are owned by just 2 entities, Expedia and Booking Holding. They claim to offer the lowest rates, but due to the hotel rate parity agreement, they all have the same pricing, limiting genuine competition. When you book through these sites, you act as your own travel agent, but the profits are going to organizations that don't support our patriot values. We cannot allow that to continue. So, we decided to make travel great again by starting a US-based global travel membership platform, My Patriot Travel. We are patriots helping patriots. Together, we can disrupt the travel industry by not spending our hard-earned dollars supporting the radical left. For just $29.99 per month, you gain access to true wholesale rates on travel, saving you on average 35% and up to 65%. Book as often as you like with no limits. Keep your hard-earned dollars in your pocket and spend them on things you need and want to support. Go to mypatriottravel.com/2G1C and grab your membership today. mypatriottravel.com/2G1C, making travel great again.
It is true. That's crazy. I didn't think about it, and I never knew this beforehand, that my vape's not working. You just vaped.
I snuck it in
briefly. God, no vape on air. I don't care. That's yeah, but I couldn't believe it that it worked. Like I was, I'm skeptical of a lot of things and most everything. And so when I go to like things like this, I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, I can tell you from the past, and you know it because you were also on the network. We had this one pyramid scheme thing that we were kind of asked and forced to do. Thank God you and I were smart enough not to do it. Some people who we co-hosted with took a hit and they got screwed. But
yeah, Leo, Jim,
yeah, Jim. So,
hopefully they canceled that shit by now.
Oh, they did. Yeah, Jim. I know Jim did. It's probably why Jim's like, I need to get away for a while. I'm screwing him over. It's making him do everything.
Oh man.
Anyways, so but this one, true, works really good. And they came to us from the America First warehouse too. They also sponsor the America First warehouse network, and I'm going to use it all the time now. I'm like, shit,
Cool.
$30. I guess I'll do it. Check it out. And I'm not saying you're going to save 74. You may save $10 or something, on one. It does vary, that's for sure. But I wasn't aware that like booking.com and Expedia, those are the 2 main holders. Everybody else under it, Trivago, anybody else, hotels.com, they all belong to those 2. It's kind of like BlackRock and Vanguard, right?
Yeah.
Who own everything in the world. And so that's the same situation here in the hotel world. And they're limited because there's a legal agreement that they have to be binded by that doesn't allow them to lower those prices, where My Patriot Travel is not bound to that agreement. Don't know why, don't know that stuff. I'm going to have the rep on to talk a little bit more about it eventually coming up here. His name's Todd, and he can explain it better than I can, but it worked. That's all I can tell you. Worked for me. Mike.
It's nice. I should get in touch with him, see if he wants to
I would
get his stuff out on IRC Media, because our neck of the woods we have a lot of high income, high balance bank accounts. I shouldn't say high income.
You do.
They're already made their income.
Yeah, you live in West Palm Beach, don't you?
I'm north of West Palm.
You are, aren't you?
Yeah,
you are.
We're about an hour and a half.
I had you wrong. I thought you were somewhere in like the St. Johns County area.
No, I'm actually Indian River, which is just below Brevard. There's Brevard, Indian River, St. Lucie. Then as you go farther south, you get close to West Palm. So
okay, gotcha.
I'm kind of we're right at the edge of the Space Coast and Treasure Coast.
Got you. Okay. Yep, it does totally. We're looking at Ormond Beach actually for a new location for us and our family.
Okay, up toward that's near Daytona, right?
That's between Daytona and St. Augustine. So in between that area. I don't know if I'm going to move much further south. I love Gulf side because we're on the Gulf side now, and I'd love to stay on the Gulf side. But I don't know if I want to be near like Sarasota. I mean, I like the area. It's just I don't know if it's where I want to go yet. For some reason, I like Ormond Beach because they got great golf courses, and I'm just
eventually. And Lisa would have me up there now. Mm-hmm. She wants to be in North Georgia.
Okay, so we just got back from vacation there. It's where we were for a week.
Yeah, that's where we go every year. Yeah.
Do you go to Blue Ridge or where do you go?
We usually stay in Blue Ridge, LJ, or Murphy, North Carolina.
So we were just in what's called Mineral Bluff, which I'm sure you're familiar with if you've gone that way then.
Oh, yeah.
Right. I mean, literally, we could look out our back door and see the North Carolina mountains right there.
I stopped going in June and July, though.
Okay, so we did only because it's hotter than hell. It was, but we had a pool, we had, a hot tub, we had everything at this Airbnb up there, which I don't know how they build these things up in the mountains like this, but
I know I want one.
It's beautiful. It was absolutely beautiful. So we spent, and our son lives just north of, he lives in Canton, Georgia.
Okay.
So, and we lived in Kennesaw and Marietta for 10 years,
so you're very
before we
familiar.
moved down here.
Yeah.
So, as a matter of fact, the company I used to work for was located in Blue Ridge. When we first moved to Georgia, Blue Ridge is the city I lived in. It was a dry county. There was nothing. Nothing.
It still is, isn't it?
No.
I love Blue Ridge, but the problem is nothing's open
dry.
after 5 o'clock.
Well, all the bars and restaurants are now. Have you been down to downtown Blue Ridge in a while? Or
well, it's been a couple years since we were actually in Blue Ridge.
Okay, go back. No, there's the bars and the town. It's like it's not a dry county. They've got good restaurants, good bars, good nightlife now. It's
down by the railroad.
Down by the railroad.
Yeah.
That's it. But
we
it's gorgeous.
prefer to go in late October, as close as we can to winter without interfering.
Fall foliage, right? And it's gorgeous up there, and it's nice. And Lake Blue Ridge is beautiful if you've not been on that lake too. But way different than when we moved there. I remember we moved there. I went on a Sunday. We just moved in. This was back in 2003. And we moved into our little cabin up in Mineral Bluff. We were in a cabin. And I go to the store and I put a 6-pack of beer on the thing, and they're like, "We can't sell this to you." I'm like, "What do you mean?" So, well, we don't sell beer on Sundays. I came from Ohio. I'm like, I could buy beer, Christmas morning. I mean, I was like, I'm like, what do you mean? And I'd been to Blue Ridge. Like, our company moved down there and combined with another. We had a sister company down there, and that's how I ended up down in that way. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I'm like, I can't live here. I can't live.
Yeah, we're gonna have to.
3 years I ended up living there, and then we moved towards Atlanta and stuff like that. But and then I couldn't live there, so now we moved from there, and now I might move from here. I don't know. I'm just going somewhere. Why do you think it's awful? Bad influence, DT. Georgia is awful. Humidity or just in general?
Well, the politics suck, but it's not much.
Well, right now the
Florida
politics suck.
Yeah. Florida politics is just as bad. As far as weather goes, summertime. I mean, I love Georgia. I would love it year round, but
this is why
I'm fancy to the
mosquitoes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We get the sea breeze here. We got bad mosquitoes and no seams here, but at least we get the breeze off the ocean.
Breeze. That's what we get off.
You
the
might
Gulf,
get it off the Gulf. So
we do. Yep.
That's the difference for us Floridians when we move inland or north. It's like, it's the same temperature, but it's like no air.
No air, nothing flowing. If you get inland anywhere, I couldn't live like in an Orlando suburb or anything like that. No way. It's just sticky, nasty crap. I got to be coastal somewhere,
We mentioned Florida politics real quick. I wanted to ask
Go ahead.
Are you paying attention to the governor race or any of the congressional races? I'm
paying attention to the governor's race specifically.
I mean, do you have a favorite in the race?
I don't have a favorite. The problem with me is here. I've met Byron Donalds, right? So I don't trust Byron Donalds. He's no Ron DeSantis. He won't be. I think there's better candidates than him. We talked a little bit about Fishback. You don't like him at all. I like some of his ideas. Like I think he's very right wing, which is okay. But he kind of, to me, is saying things. Who's your favorite? I mean, so I think Byron Donalds is obviously going to be the choice, and I think he's going to win. And I don't think we really have a say so in it at this point. But
I think here's my opinion on Fishback. I think he's the Bernie Sanders of the right. He tells you everything you want to hear. He hits all of the right wing buttons.
He hits the right buttons. He does say the right things.
He's got the social media persona, and so does his.
I think he was the Mom Donnie of the right. Is how he's the same way, but same thing. Mm-hmm.
I've interviewed Bobby Williams. Twice now.
Yeah,
I like Bobby. I don't think he has a chance in hell because he's not any part of the establishment at all.
Well, you got to have debates too, but they're not having that. But go on.
They won't even let him in it.
Yeah, they won't let him in it.
PBD did debate with Collins, Rainier, who's the Speaker of the House of Florida, and Fishback, which I didn't watch it, but no Bobby Williams. But yet every online poll you see, like on even though they're Facebook, they're not scientific.
I know they are. Yeah.
Bobby Williams is hitting the peak. Same with Matt the Welder, Matt Taylor, who's running for Department of Ag. So, but then again, none of these guys, those two, they're not establishment. And I don't think they have a chance now. But it's going to be
it's going to be Donald's, right? There's going to be zero, I think, opportunity at this point for anybody else to take it. I know there can be better. And does Florida have an lieutenant governor?
Yes,
we do, don't we?
And that's Jay Collins. He's running.
That's Jay Collins.
Now, he's the wounded. He's got the one leg. He was wounded in Afghanistan or something like that. And
correct.
He sounds great, but there is also questionable background with him in Israel and
correct. So a lot of people
DT, that was on the board report. Me and Joanne interviewed Bobby Williams on the board report. If you look up our IRC Media YouTube channels, that interview will be there. Bobby's awesome. Yeah. So
a lot of people, Paul Renier, a lot of people are supporting him as well, or at least they like him. I'm not, again, he will have no choice, but they are.
Yeah. The people who I work with, you know who some of my friends are here in local politics. A lot of them are leaning towards Renier. You know, he's done
I think a good choice.
Got a record. He's got a record to vote on. He's been Speaker of the House. He's been a proponent of DeSantis. So will he be another DeSantis? I don't know if we're going to get another DeSantis. Just like
I don't know if we
get
are
another
either.
Trump.
What happens to DeSantis? Senate? Think he goes to the Senate?
If not, Supreme Court.
Oh.
You might even see him a little bit as Attorney General, maybe something like that. But I think we'll see Ron DeSantis on the Supreme Court. That may be the way to keep him out of a presidential race.
It may be. Yeah.
And not mess with the hierarchy.
Yep.
Which is already going to be up and in Rubio or Vance. You know, it's like,
correct. So if DeSantis, there'd have to be somebody who leaves. You think that's going to be Alito? Or you think it's going to be Thomas or something prior to?
I don't know.
And I think it all depends on the midterms.
I don't think it'll be Thomas. I think Thomas will stay because he knows he's got to. We can't afford to lose a Thomas on the influence of Thomas on the bench. I think it might be Roberts.
You think he'll leave?
I see Roberts retire. I don't think you're going to see him spend his whole life there like who was the last one?
Yeah.
I forget his name already.
Scalise? No.
No, the last Chief Justice. He was there forever.
Forever, correct. Yep.
As far as I know.
But what is his name? Yep.
It'll be on the tip of my tongue all day. But I wouldn't doubt it if you see something like that happen. Now, I mean, you can't make the Chief Justice retire, but
you can't.
Obviously he's still influenceable.
You did it. Yep.
You know, he's young.
Oh,
enough.
yeah.
He still has a life to live.
Yep.
He
does.
still has a family to care for. So he could be influenced to do other things or make a presidential run.
True.
You never know.
Oh, that's true. That's true.
That we've seen history in politics in the last 5 years go through the roof. So why not see something like that?
Correct. Turner, you're right. He's compromised anyway. So would love to see Roberts go. Yeah, he's compromised.
Or in my dream world, now I would have been, you asked me this 2 years ago, I would have been totally against this.
Yeah.
And now with the Senate being all screwed up, this ruins my dream here.
Okay.
It's like a wet dream of mine.
Yeah.
Eliminate the filibuster.
Yep.
Expand the Supreme Court.
Yeah. Like the left wants to do, and they're going to do.
The left
is going to do it.
So by doing that, at the same time, you need Congress to defund most of the lower courts, most of the district courts that get in the way of the executive branch.
Correct.
They can do that. They could do that. But now they got, they're getting picked off like
now they're dying
in a bug zapper. So it's like,
now they're all
I would have been against all of those ideas.
I know I would have too. I absolutely was.
Hasn't taught us in the last since COVID. These guys will do anything.
They will do anything.
We better
jump on it. And it's the one. It's the one question that I thought, and the one thing that Jim Jordan brought up during all those hearings was the point where he said, well, why don't we just expand it now then? If we need to expand it, like you say, left, why don't we just do it now? If it needs expanded. Oh, but you don't want to do it now. Why? Because you want to do it when your guy's in, when you have control. Yes. So if they're going to do it, why not just do it? What are they going to do? Call him a king, a dictator, a fascist? They do anyways.
Yeah.
What the hell's the difference? Just do it now. So yeah, you're not wrong about it. So interesting. So I think it's going to be Donald. If it is Donald, are you confident in him keeping Florida, or is he going to compromise with a million data centers in your backyard and all this other stuff? That's going to happen. It's already happening.
I think it's going to happen. And I think if people don't pay attention to the congressional races, that's going to help ease it along also. Whether it's state congressional or federal, because some of these guys, they're pretty soft on that kind of stuff. I'm part of that new District 9. We redistricted. It took my little coastal county away from District 8, which was part of a bigger Brevard County, coastal county. Now we are a part of Orlando, Okeechobee, the big Democrat district held by Soto. So our representative now is a Democrat, and there's 9 Republicans in the primary. I've talked to one of them Friday night, Thomas Shalafo. I'm going to be talking to Steve Rance this coming Friday night, and then we'll be talking to Marcus or Curtis. I don't have my notes in front of me. On the 24th. He's another congressional candidate. And that's expected to flip this district red. Hopefully, I don't know. We kind of like the stepchild now, because I know River is a very small county, and we're the only coastal community in this giant freaking district in the middle of the state. So
how's that gonna?
We're really hoping, and we're paying attention here to who these candidates are, because we want to make sure we have our representation when it comes to the lagoon and agriculture and tourism, because we have a lot to lose, especially when they tied us in with Kissimmee and Okeechobee.
So what makes you think that demographic and that population is what makes you think it's gonna turn red based on population and voter?
Indian River County.
Just Indian River County.
Adding Indian River County should flip the district red. I think it got some other communities maybe on the west side of it, but as far as I know, I mean, Indian River County is considered red. I don't believe it.
So
I believe most of our county is purple. I think a lot of them are liars. And we're going through an election season right now where there's some known Democrats running as Republicans. Like known, I say not as registered Democrats, but record, even at like city council and county commission and school board levels. These are Republicans, are not conservatives. They're people who opposed removing books from libraries. There are people who for taxing you to pick up your garbage instead of you paying for it on your own, which might be alien to some people. But
I know.
And now in Florida, they're talking about property tax. You own property here, right?
Oh, I know. Yep, correct.
And you homestead here. So it's like, if in my litmus test for anybody in Florida, if you're in Florida and you're even in your state, if this comes to a question, and if any politician, I don't care if they're mosquito district, which we have, and we elect them, if they're against this amendment to reduce property taxes, don't even give them a time of day. Don't give them a time of day.
Correct.
Don't even consider your vote for them, because why? If you pay for your home and you own it and you live here the majority of the year, I don't care if you have a second home or 3 homes, but this is your home. This is your homestead. Why are you paying the government to keep it?
And at the rates you're paying it here in Florida.
Well, they can be right. And it's gone up. Like our county has increased $50 million in the last 4 years. And they're scaring everybody. Everybody who's attached to the government pretty much is scaring everybody that we're going to lose services. Meanwhile, they had a budget workshop here locally, and they found ways to cut $90 million.
Of course.
And
they always will.
Budget.
And they always will. And that's the argument against it. It's like, where are you going to get the revenue from? You're going to lose all of these, you're going to lose police force. You're going to lose, you're not going to be able to pay the, that's the scare tactic. It's all bullshit.
Our sheriff had to sue the county for $3 million in budget increase requests.
Mhm.
There was a big debacle. He's not my pick either, and I think he's reckless with money, but he had to sue for $3 million. Yeah, our county gifted away $4 million to NGOs,
Oh, there you go.
charities who
Mhm.
fundraise on their own. So it's like, you're giving away my money already. And
Already.
you're,
Correct.
you know, and the sheriff has to fight for his money, who's going to get what he wants either way.
Yeah, correct.
It just cost us even more money. So
Yeah.
people pay attention locally, because that's where the nitty gritty comes in. And then those people move up because they all have aspirations. They want to be the next congressman. They want to be the next senator.
They do.
You know, and they all think they can do that. Somebody's telling them they can. So it's like, you pay attention to who you're voting for locally.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Good point. Thank you.
But
Mike,
that whole
for that
property
too.
tax thing, now here's how ironic it is. I'm sorry if I'm taking the show off rail.
You're not. Do what you got to do.
We have the Taxpayers Association of Indian River County.
Mhm.
It's like, it's not a government entity. It's just like a taxpayer advocacy. I don't know if every county's got something like this or whatever, but they get together and they influence local officials and stuff like that. They voted that they are against this property tax amendment. Now, keep in mind, this property tax amendment will reduce your homestead exemption taxes up to $250,000, and then within like 4 years, it takes it, I think, to 100%. I don't know. So why would a taxpayer advocacy group advocate against taxpayers?
Correct. Well, why?
Makes no sense. The people that lead it, this is the bottom run of the political ladder. They want their name on a ballot for the citizens to vote on next. So it's like, pay attention to all these people. If you have something like what we do, the Board Report locally, give them a follow and just pay attention, because
pay attention to it.
They're given the information. I never had time to go sit at a 6-hour school board meeting when they were ripping books out of libraries, or 4-hour budget workshops at the county. There's a lot that goes on in our communities, especially Florida. I feel like we've got this illusion that we have small government here. There's like 7 taxing districts where I live: the county, the city, the mosquito district, the hospital district, the lagoon or the inlet. I forget. And if you live inside a city, there's another one that's like sewer or stormwater drainage district. These are all like mandated taxing districts who can affect your millage rate. So it's like, taxes, we're not free, people.
Yeah, we are not free. We're not free. And that's every community too. It may not be called the same tax, and it may not, but they're all getting their money from you. And if the property tax does pass and go through, and I think it will. I think there's a lot of, I do believe it will here. What a huge difference that'll be. It's a lot of money in your pocket, depending on where you live in the house and your assessment on your property and all that and land. It's a lot of money that you're going to be able to keep in your pocket.
We bought our property 11 years ago for, I think it was $230,000.
Yeah.
It's now worth almost $700,000.
Yeah.
So,
so your taxes reflect that.
Yeah. 3% is the cap, but even still, I didn't buy this property expecting it to quadruple or triple in price and have my property tax be increased by 3% year over year.
Over year.
It's not fair to people. How do you encourage home ownership?
You don't. It's a discouraging, and it makes it difficult for home ownership. It does. It's absolutely, that's the case. So, good for you.
Where does the money go though? Like these positions don't pay a lot of money.
No.
The county commission, maybe $45,000 a year, $50,000, maybe 60 if it's a big county or more. Our superintendents for the school systems, they make $450,000, but
correct.
These other elected, even our state congressman, I was informed this morning, Robbie Brackett, great guy, makes $17,000 a year. Now there's expenses and travel and stuff like that, but his
actual salary is bringing
so
home.
Who
basically.
do you attract when you offer that kind of salary? You attract people who are rich or already connected, who don't have to hold a career,
who don't have to. They don't need that.
Right. I'm not saying Robbie Brackett is that. He's a hard worker.
No. But I'm saying, who are you going to attract? Are you going to attract you or me in that? We can't live on that.
Same with
so
the school board. Same with school board. They're like, it's considered a part-time job, which it shouldn't. should be considered a full-time job.
Full-time job.
But it pays like 20 or 30,000 a year.
Yeah.
So you're only attracting people who have more money than they need, because they're not there to survive. They're not vested in what they're working.
Correct. So therefore they have
job.
You're right. Their reality is skewed already on what the working person or the working man or the working family, having to put kids through school and all that is going through. They don't really, and again, it's not everybody, and it's not, we got Jennifer Pippin, who's she's running for what? County commissioner.
She was Moms for Liberty.
She was
chapter chair for the first Moms for Liberty chapter ever
in Florida.
And ever. She left. They took their chapter and they left Moms for Liberty because it kind of grew past their
a lot of that's
what they wanted to focus on. They feel like it went away from their focus. So now they head up. She heads up Family First Indian River, which is a new nonprofit organization. But she has made the decision to run for county commissioner. And bless her heart. She is like a pincushion. They throw everything
she does it.
And
she's tough as nails too, though.
Yeah, she's got skin like a piece of plywood. I couldn't handle it. I'm out there getting emotional fighting for her, and it's like because I know her personally, not because she also advertises on our network, but I know her personally, so that's why
she's great. She's a great human in general. She's just a great person in general. So
you should get her on sometime. She talks.
I should again.
The great
I should.
issues.
She was on a while back, but she might have even been with Moms for Liberty at the time when she was on. But yeah, no doubt. Real quick here before we're not running late, but just a little bit here. The whole Tyler Robinson trial. Okay, that's going on with the Charlie Kirk. Now I think it's been well known that I always thought something was a little different here with the whole Turning Point thing and what's going on with Erica Kirk. And I've never said she shot him. I've never been down that path. I'm not a Candace Owens thing. I just think it's odd. There's some odd things that aren't adding up here. This trial is certainly doing, I think, at least one thing that I know of, and that is certainly dividing what would be conservatives at this point. You have your group of, I say conservatives in quotes. You have your group of people who are like, nope, Mossad did it. It's an exploding microphone. There's evidence that I can see that would lead me to believe that it wasn't a shot. It wasn't a 30-06. It wasn't like I can see that and think that's not what happens. And it's certainly the slow-mo of everything. When you, like anything, you slow down a playing football and all of a sudden the guy is, pass interference is called or he fumbled. And so you slow down this and it certainly looks a little not 30-06 to me. You could tell me. Anyways, neither here nor there. I guess at this point, they have the pre-trial going on. So, and again, it's not showing all the evidence. They don't have to show all the evidence. They just got to prove they have a case that can go forward with a jury trial in this case, or the guy pleads guilty or pleads or whatever. It's going to happen before then, which I'm going to guess might happen because I don't think he's the one who did it anyways. But they're all saying, like and I say you've got the Benny Johnsons, you got the Will Canes, you've got these people that were in the courtroom that said they saw the high definition footage of Tyler Robinson meandering his way through the campus, following Charlie Kirk for a couple days, I guess. I don't know how they know that or where that was at, but climbing on the roof, like being on the roof, getting into the, lay down prone position to shoot. They said they showed like high def footage of him pulling the trigger. I've heard that. I don't know that that's true. I don't know if we'll see that stuff, but that's what I've heard. And then of course him leaving, jumping off the roof and all that. And they're like, he's the one who did it. It's that simple. He is the guy who did it. What say you on this?
I haven't paid attention to the trial, to be honest with you, because my cup runneth over with the whole Candace Owens thing and the Erica Kirk. And I agree with Miniball. Erica makes my skin crawl.
Me too.
But
that doesn't mean
I have to give it right. I don't think she's nefarious. I think some of these, I
think her mom might be.
You shouldn't say Bible thumping, but these really hardcore religious types, they handle things a little different.
They do.
I don't like how things were handled with the staff of Turning Point.
Agreed.
Just like Moms for Liberty, I think Turning Point went way past what it was. Charlie was doing a great job at
was
reining it in, and I think
Mhm.
other people wanted to take it somewhere else. Not
Sure.
saying that they might have been behind what happened, but
Sure they are. But go ahead.
I'm not doubting. I'm not doubting. To be honest, I guess what I'm saying is I don't know. I don't know if Tyler Robinson
Yeah, I
pulled
don't-
the trigger or not.
I don't
I
either.
think he was definitely allowed to pull the trigger. Now, if
I
it
agree
was
with
his
that, too.
bullet that did it, I don't know. I don't know. And I don't even know if he was aware that he was allowed to, but somebody let him get up there on that roof. You can't tell me this guy didn't raise any red flags
No, of course not.
at all.
And you can tell me that roof wasn't covered. It was a clear sight pattern to the,
Right.
I mean, like, so there, again, there's a lot, people are like, well, this is just too, like, it's too big and it's too, it couldn't be, so many people would have to be involved. Yeah, that's the way it works, guys. A lot of people in covert operations are involved. You never find out about things like that. We don't know what's going on a daily basis across seas with spies and snipers, and we don't know any of that. And that's fine. I don't need to know that.
Mhm.
But something as high profile as this, and somebody who was as influential as Charlie Kirk, very extremely influential. A huge reason the youth vote increased for Donald Trump and Republicans and conservatives in general. They can't have that, right? That's not, a guy like that is too, that guy literally was on a path to presidency at some point, I believe, right?
Mhm.
That's too influential for anything. And you can talk about how he was, maybe Mossad was involved because he was going to denounce Judaism or something like that because they wanted to pay him a certain amount.
I
Maybe
don't
any of
doubt
that
any
is
of
true.
that.
I don't doubt
think-
any of that either.
I feel like all that is true, but I
I
feel
do
like
too.
Tyler Robinson got to him first
That's all. That's how I feel, I guess,
in a very
way.
sloppy freaking way. And I think we really want to see more there.
I think so too. I think human nature wants us to see more because we take a look at somebody like a Tyler Robinson and his geeky little skinny son of a bitch how did he get on the roof? How was he allowed to do that? How did he get off the roof? No, I didn't see a gun thrown in the footage. Like, so what are you guys telling me that? Of course, the FBI coming out and saying stuff doesn't always help the case. I mean, just like with Lindsey Graham, the FBI immediately is like, nope, he died of a heart attack. We're investigating, but everything's good here. No, that tells me everything's not good. So to me, I don't know if he did or did not do it. I think somehow he disappears after the trial. Where does he go? I don't know. How many people are in witness protection? Is that a thing still? Does that happen in our nation? Of course, I believe it does. Where do they go? What happens to them? They're taken care of somehow. Could this be that case? Is he going to be sent to the death penalty? Maybe. And then all of a sudden he's dead. I don't know. I really don't know what's going to happen here. But anyways, I don't know what's going on there. You tell me. I don't know. It just leads me to believe that everything is not what it seems to be.
Yeah. I'm torn. Like you said, when you see the close-up footage, it doesn't look
Mm-hmm.
like he was shot from afar.
It does
looks
not
like
at all look like it.
It looks like
Exploded.
something in his shirt.
Under his shirt.
Yeah. I don't know what to think of it. I think,
I don't either.
like you said, human nature, we want there to be more. We already know the security part of it was a failure.
100%.
As far as the
Almost on
operation,
purpose, though.
right. As far as the operation, I really don't think this kid was all that smart. I think he just
I
took
don't either.
advantage of an opportunity. I met the president I met President Bush when he was running for re-election in Orlando, and they cleared the building twice. And then I was still in a room with him and about 30 other people for a greet. And the whole time I thought to myself, like, there's so many holes in the security. I don't care how many wands they wave in front of you.
Yeah, correct.
Like, this is like, if I was a malicious person, I could definitely do something horrible if I wanted. So, I mean, these kinds of events, we're not even talking about the president of the United States. We're talking about Charlie Kirk, somebody who was going to be president. But,
Correct.
I think the failure was in the security breach, whether it was allowed to or not.
Yep, correct. That's debatable because we won't ever really know that. Right. So
I think the operation just was some kid that took advantage of it before Mossad can.
Okay. I don't disagree with any of that. I also don't disagree with the fact that maybe he was just the guy who did it.
Right.
I can't disagree with that either. That he is just simply, it just was, and he didn't like Charlie Kirk and his message, and he was, sleeping with his trans boyfriend, and he was, there's just a lot of questions. I think we're allowed to ask him. I think Candace Owens is allowed to ask him. She's just, the problem with her is that everybody had a hand in it. Everybody was involved. Everybody's guilty. Well, yeah, of course. Everybody except Tyler Robinson, to her, is guilty. And to me, that's like you've gone off the deep end on that end of it. You can question it, that maybe it is Mossad, maybe it was, maybe he's being paid, maybe this kid is a patsy and they're going to take care of him and his family and he's going to disappear into witness protection or whatever the hell they do these days. You're allowed to say that and question it, and that might be true. But to dismiss the fact that he actually could be the one who pulled the trigger, I think is also crazy. So that's just my thought on it. It's bizarre, but
I don't think we'll ever be satisfied with what truth they give us.
I don't think so. Yeah. Will Kane, if you got a minute, I want to play kind of like what he kind of had to say about it. So let me play that real quick, and then maybe
into a podcast. Oh, but these theories look absurd. In fact, insane. In the face of the facts. Let's go together over to the wall. And let's take a look at the facts as presented this week to a courtroom in Utah. One narrative floating around was that Tyler Robinson was never at Utah Valley University at all that day, let alone on the roof of the reported shooting location. Here, about 200 yards away from where Charlie was speaking. But surveillance video allegedly put him on the campus before, during, and after the shooting. In one of those videos, he's seen limping up the stairs, which investigators have attributed to him trying to conceal his rifle. A rifle that investigators say has Robinson's DNA on the rifle. DNA that is at least 1 trillion times more likely to have originated from Robinson than from an
I'm going to stop it right there. It does kind of look like he's got a stiff leg there. That's
right? The first time I've seen that video.
First time I've seen that one too was when they showed this.
Known unrelated individual, which brings me to the theory that Charlie wasn't killed by a bullet. But we saw from prosecutors this week a detailed autopsy report naming his cause of death as a single gunshot wound. We've also now seen the disturbing bullet engravings. Before, we had only really seen these written out.
And here's the problem, Mike. Sorry. But here's the problem. So we saw a detailed, okay. So we saw bullet engravings. Okay. Who's to say that's not after the fact? Who's to say that they were also, don't get me wrong, back in COVID, they were also taking people who died in motorcycle accidents and putting it on their autopsy and death reports as COVID. So who's, to me, somebody doing this doesn't necessarily, to me, make it true because of what we've known in the past and because we shouldn't trust our government. That's part of it. We should not trust them. And I don't trust them on this one, but that's my 2 cents. So
especially Utah.
Especially Utah.
In a news article or shared from me to you with my voice, but to see them in allegedly Tyler Robinson's engravings, etchings on bullet casings, saying things like, hey, fascist, catch, and other internet meme, trans meme, gay meme, gaming memes, brings a whole new humanity to this terrible case. We learn these engravings from Lance Twiggs have been worked on for about a month by Tyler Robinson. As for Twiggs, for months, rumors swirled that he had disappeared and investigators never spoke to him. But now we know without a doubt that that is not true because we've heard from Twiggs. He not only complied with investigators, he revealed Robinson's alleged confession.
So he acted erratically. Was he pacing? Was he just sitting down, relaxing?
No, he was walking around a lot.
And that's within the home?
Mm-hmm.
And did he talk about what he had done?
Didn't go into detail. I just asked him in person if what he said was true the night before, and he said it was. started crying a little bit and said he wishes he hadn't done it, and then kept going around and just doing stuff, I think, to keep himself busy or distracted or something.
Now, I haven't been inside the courtroom this week, but Donald Trump Jr. has been, and he says the evidence is irrefutable.
As someone who is a big skeptic on a lot of things, who's called it out for a long period of time, I was there. I don't believe that literally every officer is in on this. I don't believe that, my lying eyes were telling me the video is different. I don't believe someone would turn themselves in and that parents would bring them there if they weren't a part of it. And you back that up with the other evidence of, that person's, both religious and political views. There's so much noise. It's hard to tell what is fact, what is fiction. In court, we saw the facts laid out very eloquently. It took a long period of time to get it out there, but once you see it, you put the picture together. Let's just say this is, to me, again, way beyond a reasonable doubt.
Well, there you have it. What am I to believe? What do I know? What do I know?
I know our friend Sheila Matthews with Able Child. She's been watching this whole thing very closely and almost calling it out in real time. If you follow Able Child on X, I almost called it Twitter. But at this point, it's just like they've skewed this so bad. At the end of the day, Charlie Kirk is dead, and we do want justice. But are we ever going to be satisfied with what they give us?
Never.
Because there's always going to be questions. When they leave too many questions unanswered, you can assume that there's nefarious information there.
There is. Again, I'm not one that needs to know all the information, but I think I do need to have viable proof of things, at this point. They're saying they saw the courtroom, they saw the videos and all that. I don't want to be the guy who doesn't believe anything that ever happens. I mean, people get shot every day. People get convicted every day. This thing happens in high profile cases like this, though. And I think it's because I think if anybody had any sort of critical thinking skills whatsoever, they knew that, that Lee Harvey Oswald wasn't the lone shooter or a shooter or any. I mean, I think you could see that over time that, wait, this guy's basically retarded. He was, like the odds that he did that. And, so that makes you from that point forward question everything you've ever seen, including the moon landing. Damn it. So
you can go a layer deeper into that MK Ultra thing. Like, was he manipulated long before this?
That's true.
Same with the Butler. The Butler
that one
shooter,
is weird.
The West Palm, the golf course shooter, however many other weird ones, the Iranian guy or whatever. You kind of expect that. But these people trying to smuggle RPGs across the southern border through Afghan connections and get them to West Palm to shoot Air Force One down. Like, all this is weird. Like, all these people, are they manipulated already?
Probably
brainwashed.
I probably one way or the other, and if not through like an MK Ultra, but through their just simple
CNN
social medias and their mainstream medias and what they're being told. This fat Nazi's got to die. This fascist has to die. He hates trans. I'm all of a sudden this Lance Twig. I don't even know if he's trans. I don't know. It's a weird name, Lance Twigs, to me, but that's his real name. I don't even know that. So, anyways, well, we'll let everybody go now. You've joined us for quite a long time. We appreciate all the comments and out there. Mike, please tell everybody where they can find you next, where you're going to be. So you're going to pretty much quit everything and do Monday and Wednesdays with me is what I heard, right? Is that not
if I didn't have to make a living in retail, I would do this full time. And because I love it. And I love helping people come to the screen and bringing viewers to them. So
thank you. I appreciate you doing that too. Thank you for doing that today, because you brought your group.
Yep, they showed up. Thank you guys. And you always have the best chat on Rumble. You and Kim, and it's perfect. Kim does like 6:30 to 8. Sometimes she'll run late with Rumble Premium. Kim's Coffee Talk is what I'm talking about. And then
I got to get her on just to get her. I mean, would she come in?
Absolutely. And
okay, cool.
She would appreciate a co-host every now and then too. But it's
no shit.
6:30 in the morning.
Yeah.
And she does Monday through Friday as long as she's home. She's in Florida right now, I believe. But the best chats. She's like 6:30 to 8, and then your chat takes over at like 10:30 to 12, and it's just like it's
Bad Influence. Thank you. Much love to you too. Nice meeting you as well. I appreciate it, and thank you, Mike, for bringing him here and letting him know. So go on.
You can find all our stuff on ircmedia.net.
Yep.
And I believe I even have a link to your channels on there also, and a few other podcasts that we don't.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
so. That was a while ago, wasn't it? You did that.
And a few other people that we support, we don't really work with, but I consider affiliations, like you and Kim and friends that do the Conservative Blitz podcast. But ircmedia.net, we're on all of the platforms. On the way it works though, with like Rumble, everything falls under To The Point podcast, and then I have multiple channels under that.
Yep, correct.
The way Rumble does it. But if you're on YouTube or Facebook, IRC Media, To The Point, we're on. There's too many of them.
It's everywhere.
Yes.
Yeah, it's everywhere. So, and even the times. I mean, like it's your.
Most of our shows air. Well, we have TGI now that airs on Tuesday at 7 p.m. That's 8 p.m. That's John and his gang.
Yep.
My show's on Wednesday night at 8 p.m. That's me, Vince, and Leo. To The Point podcast. Joanne Binford does Binford Chronicles on Thursdays at 8 p.m. And then the second Thursday of every month, we do the Conspiracy Club.
You do second Thursday of every month.
And then
so Fridays, once a month, but
And Fridays we do, it's really our local show, The Board Report, but we have, like, we interview candidates, state or whoever will come on, really.
Whoever will come on,
that's Friday nights at 7 p.m. called The Board Report. So
so I mean, honestly, your time, I don't know how you do it. I have time for nothing after this, I mean, the 3 shows that I do and then nothing.
I'd like to bring more people on and maybe coordinate them all and just get more of a group together that supports each other.
I agree.
Helps get the message out. So
I agree. So everybody here that follows us, follow Mike and IRC Media and all that. Go to his chats, go to his, help him out, and likewise, we appreciate it. Fridays, so Fridays you wear pink, do you? On Fridays?
I think we wear red on Fridays.
Yeah, red on Fridays, not pink. But she might be talking to somebody else in the chat too. I don't know.
Warrior Shield's coming up in September, right?
It is. I'll talk to you about that more.
Okay. I still promote them because I think it's a great benefit.
It is a great benefit, and things are changing there, and things are going to change for the better there. No doubt about it. And Rich, who has not been on because he's got a coffee shop now, an actual walk-in coffee house.
We should go crash it one day. We should go.
Yeah, we should. It's in Wintersville, Ohio. So if you find your way up that way, we should go up there. But it's beautiful. It's actually, he did a great job. Him and Sharon did it all himself. And yes, we still promote them. And I haven't been, but he's been busy on there, and that's or he would jump on and co-host, but he is now full-time, like doing that in the mornings, and then he does Grit Gear at night and printing and all the other crap and all that stuff. So keep in mind, but go support them too. Go support warriorshield.org. I'll talk more about them on Wednesday. Mike will not be here, but if somebody wants to jump on and co-host, let me know. More than happy to have you on. That would be great. If not, I'll solo it myself. But either way, I'll be on tomorrow with Maureen Enner, who is now co-hosting with me on the America First Warehouse on our show there, which is tomorrow at 10 a.m. Eastern. So join us over there at the America First Warehouse and America First Media and Television Network. Mike, we're going to let everybody go. Thank you, brother.
Thank you for
appreciate you and for you giving your time and your support. Always have. Honestly, you always have. You've been a big help to us, and we appreciate that. Come back on when you can,
awesome.
Whenever you can. All right, let me know. Folks, we are out of here. Thank you again. Like, follow, and share, and we'll talk to you all on Wednesday. Bye, Mike.